So we're going to go ahead, go through the process to create an image reveal. First, you need to start with selecting your image. I am creating one myself by using the cell fill color option. I found some images online. First, you need to resize your cells to make them squares. I just made them both the same size columns, same size rows. And now you can see I'm beginning to select the cells. You can select multiple cells by holding down the control key as you select multiple cells, make the coloring go quicker. So as I go through here, I'm just selecting the same cells that are on the picture example that I found online. And I'm going to go ahead and color this Mario to match the picture that I found online. Again, I'm just holding down the control key as I select multiple cells. And we'll get this colored in and we'll get started. So if you don't know, this is Mario. And we're just about finished here. What we do is, oh, I made a little mistake there. Had to undo that. I kept them all selected. I shouldn't have done that. It doesn't have to be perfect, as long as the kids know what the image is supposed to be that you're putting in there. The next thing I did is I resized the two columns next to the image. This is where your questions and your answers are going to go. So I resized them, spread them out a little bit to give room for the questions and the answers I'm going to put in. The next thing I will need to do is I'm going to merge the cells together to make more room for the questions and the answers. You do need to make note of which rows that you're merging together, because the first row of each of these areas will be the row that you'll use for the conditional formatting. So as you go through, you would need to make note. So I am merging two rows together. When I use the conditional formatting, I'll be looking at the first row in each of these cell areas here. So I'm just going to go through and copy and paste these in real quick. Just to give me some questions that I can add with some answers. You can do this in many different ways. This is just the basic standard format here. So I'm going to resize them a little bit bigger here, give me some more room to put the questions in. I'm going to go ahead and put a header on these two columns. We'll put questions on the first one, put answers on the other one. I'm going to go ahead and format those columns to make the text more readable. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a question into our first cell. You'll notice that it's two merged rows. It's very important that you remember that as you go along through here. So I'll put a question in. It's just a generic, basic math question. In the cell next to it, I'm going to put the answer. Now, this is a math question, so when we do the conditional formatting, you will not need to put quotation marks. So just note that if your answer is a word or text, you would have to put that inside quotation marks. And we're going to go over that here now. So after you put in your answer, we're going to go ahead and start selecting some cells on our image. You'll notice how I've been selecting the images. I can select multiple cells by holding down the control key. I'm going to go to format, go to conditional formatting. I'm going to go to conditional format. And now I'm going to go in and put in a custom formula. So I'm going to click in the box and we're going to put a formula in there So you'll notice that the answer that we're looking for is in column Q, and the question, the first row is in row 3. So we're going to put this in as equals. I'm going to go ahead and make it $sign Q, and then we're going to put $3. So it's going to look for the answer in that cell, which it covers row 3, column Q, and then we're going to say it does not equal to. So that is the less than, greater than, and then I'm just going to put the number 10 in there. So you can see whenever the 10 is not there, it is going to apply the format. Just need to fix it here quick. And then once we get that fixed, there we go. So I had it on the wrong row. It's important to make sure that you look to see what row those merged cells. You got to look at the first one. So now when I put the number 10 in there, it is no longer applying the format, conditional format. So therefore you could see the image. When I take the answer out, it is equal to the formatting. So now it's covering those cells with the white color. So I'm going to do the same thing here on the second question for you. So you can see as you go through, put the question in, put the answer in. Again, I'm going to select some cells. Again, holding down the control key as I select different cells. I can select multiple cells. You can see how I'm just dragging and dropping, and I'm doing multiple cells. If you have a large image and you want to select more of the image at a time, you can just drag your mouse across. And we're going to go ahead and add a new formula here. So again, we're going to go down to custom. We're going to go to add a formula, which is equals. Again, column is Q. In this place, it's going to be the next row, which will be 5. And we're going to put does not equal to, which is less than, equal, greater than, and then the answer. And we'll change the fill color to white. All right, so we're going to go ahead and continue the process. As you can see, we go through the second question as we put the question in, and then we put the answer, we put the conditional formatting. So you just continue that format, just adding the question to the next cell. Remember, if you do use an answer with a text answer, you do need to use quotation marks, and I'll show you how to do that here in this example. We're just running through some basic math ones here again. We'll add a new rule, go down, and we'll add custom formatting. And then we'll add our formula, which is going to be equal to the column with the answer, which is Q. And then the first row of that cell that has the answer, which in this case would be 7. And then we're going to put the less than, greater than, does not equal to, and then the answer for this question. Change the fill color to white, and then save it. All right, so again, when the question answer is there, the formatting does not apply. Therefore, you can see the image. When the answer, let me say that again. When the answer is there, the formatting does not apply to that cell. So the color that you set it up will be revealed. When there is no answer or the wrong answer, then the conditional formatting does apply, and it changes that cell color to white so you cannot see the image. So here's a question that we put in that has an answer with text or word. And when we add our rule on this time, I'll show you just a little bit of difference as we go through and select all the different cells that we want to reveal with this question. And so this time you'll do the custom. It's going to be equal $Q for the column, $, whatever that next row is. I think it's 9. Does not equal to, which is less than, greater than. And this time when you put the answer in, you do need to put the quotation marks first. Put the answer. It is not case sensitive. It is not case sensitive. And then put your ending quotation marks at the end. Don't forget to change your color to white and then save it. So whenever the answer is in, the image will be revealed because the conditional formatting does not apply. And whenever you take that answer out or you put the wrong answer in, then it is turned into white. Now here's one where I made a mistake. I forgot to select a cell. So it's very easy to do. You just select the cell that has the formula in it, open up that formula, and then you just add that cell that I missed. Just go up and add it into that range that you're applying the formula to. So I just went back and added that brown cell into the formula range that I created that conditional formatting on. So it's just like that. It's easy to do. You can continue to add questions as you want. Continue to go through adding as many questions as you want. In the next videos, I'm going to show you how to do it with different types of questioning prompts, as you saw in the examples. As for now, this is the basics for your image reveal. Hopefully this will get you through to create one of your own. Good luck.